they'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5-6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. It was just 3rd down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down.
And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be, trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
His size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback, maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
Fourth down, Prescott. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, forces a turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
In motion right is Robinson. Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, the Rams had a disappointing 1-4 as they started play. They've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
So first and 10 now from the 30. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Aaron Donald with a sack.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Throwing on second and long. Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Throwing. Prescott. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another first down.
First and goal from the 3.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to lose yardage here. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second and goal from the 6 this time. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Trying Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my...
And it'll be intercepted.
And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit, but put some points on the board on this one. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. McCain. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. The 30. 10. Touchdown, LA. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Prescott from the gun. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. A first down throw for Prescott. His throw incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Prescott now. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Rams are going to take over here up near the 40. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he still is yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on second down. McCain going to let one fly for Robinson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. On first down, McCain. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Man open is Robinson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line.
That's good. Rams, first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. The 40. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the defense has a touchdown. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Looking to throw. McCain. That's complete to Robinson. 7 yards there and a first down. Off the play fake. McCain. And that is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to throw. McCain. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know what they've always said? I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
The slot man in motion right. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. A final shot before break. McCain. Over the middle, it's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
To throw on second down, McCain. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory? Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, McCain. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taken right around the 44. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, McCain. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
On 4th down, McCain. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Off-play action. McCain. It's complete to Robinson. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Complete to Allen Robinson. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
On 1st down, Wiggins. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, McCain, and they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long.
The touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Rams are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Wiggins, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Wiggins. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
The quarterback taken down.
Micah Parsons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
A loss of 10 yards on.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as the Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun, McCain. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on 1st down. McCain, a quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
backfield was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. McCain. Across the middle, he finds Robinson. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And I'll tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McCain. His pass caught at the 4. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes, when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
And I don't think there should be much of a discussion here, but you know how I am. You kick the football, you take the lead. How bold do you want to be in this situation, though?
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And his kick here is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 65 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. 1st down, Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. To throw. Pass complete to Robinson.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give them 32 on the play. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He's back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
He'll look to throw. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. This one came right down to the wire. And CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So for Dallas, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half.